Our next topic. Researchers find link between Parkinson's gene and vocal issues that could lead to earlier diagnosis. Neuroscientists found that higher levels of the alpha-synuclein protein in the brain can lead to changes in vocal production. In other words, if you have Parkinson's disease, you start to sound differently, or your voice changes. Um, Let me see.
Or they found this in birds because when I first
Did
heard
they?
it, yeah, this is the thing. It sounds like this is in humans. Like we talk to humans and then we can hear if they are.
Oh, you're right. The actual article is more specific. So it's called Vocal
Yeah,
Changes in a Zebra Finch Model of Parkinson's Disease,
this is a
characterized by
classical.
alpha-synuclein overexpression in a song dedicated to anterior forebrain pathway. You're right.
Yeah, so it's a
Zebra finches.
classical in mice extra thing that they left out, or in this case, in birds.
Yes. It makes sense though. Zebra finches, they're very good at hearing and producing
Yeah,
sounds. They're often used for this kind of study.
yeah. This is what they're like always used for. Like, how do we learn language? How do we?
I
Uh,
read one study that looked at visual object recognition, just vision in zebra finches.
oh.
Nobody else is doing that. Couldn't find a review for it. Only the one. Zebra finches, and you look at vision.
You're
Why?
looking at sound. What happened to you?
Yes, but it was an interesting paper. Compared it to mice. Uh,
That's actually quite yeah, because but
okay,
the
so
thing,
one caveat here, I must coming back to this paper is so this is a alpha-synuclein overexpression model of Parkinson's disease. It is good to remember zebra finches do not get Parkinson's disease.
oh yes, this is also good to remember.
Zebra finches are not tiny humans. Mice are not tiny humans. Zebra finches and mice do not get Parkinson's. So we mimic the effects of Parkinson's disease by inducing kind of the same pathways that we've identified in humans. So they are usually very good models. Like I don't want to disparage anything, but it is a very big step to say, "Van, all right, zebra finches produce different vocalizations," and then to take that on to mean maybe we can detect this in humans. That is a big leap.
Yeah, it's the maybe is very important, and I think it was not in the title of this popular science summary. The maybe, but that was.
It's unfortunate, I think, that sometimes scientific articles are misrepresented in this way, because it is a fascinating body of work. But to immediately say, okay, it could lead to earlier diagnosis, that is a fascinating hypothesis, but that should be tested, I think. And it seems like, because we have so much machine learning these days, we have so much speech recognition software. This sounds like something you could reasonably study.
Yeah,
If you
this
have
is.
recordings of people before and after they were diagnosed with Parkinson's disease.
But then now we say you can reasonably study, but it's important to do this work in zebra finch so you can gather support to set it up in humans, right? So it's
Exactly. So this is this is the reason why we do basic science. We discover new things in models, and then we can test. If the same thing happens in humans, can we make use of it? And
yeah.
sometimes the answer is yes. Sometimes the answer is no. That's fine. That's all part of doing basic science. Um, so they say there are actually some. Yeah. Oh. The reason they're using zebra finches is because there's less well known about vocalization in rodent models. But in other words, we haven't really studied why mice and rats make sound. There is one absolutely brilliant study that looked at rats that were laughing. If you tickle a rat, they will laugh.
Wait, maybe I can share it.
The problem with that is that rats laugh in ultrasonic. We can't hear it, so you have to use like a device to translate that to something we can hear. But yeah, there are some studies on vocalizations in rodents, but zebrafinch is much more common.
Right, I can link you one article about laughing rats, but you can share it with the chat maybe.
I
'Cause
wonder how well the zebrafinch model works, because they basically overexpress, transgenically overexpress what we were talking about earlier. So they inject it with a virus that causes changes in genetics, and that causes the overexpression of human wild type alpha-synuclein gene.
So it's a very kind of a singular model. It's only the overexpression of this alpha-synuclein. There are no others.
I wonder if this coincides with, loss of dopamine neurons in the midbrain. I don't even know if zebra finches have a midbrain.
I wouldn't know that either. So don't ask me, please.
Oh, I'm getting a message. I apologize. I have to find this. Thank you very much, Josje. Laughing rats. Oh, you found the laughing rats. Excellent.
These are laughing rats, right? So I was actually looking them up for the other thing that we're going to talk about.
What?
I like to think about laughing rats. They make me happy.
It's wonderful. It's in Current Biology. It was published a couple of years ago, 2019. Behavioral and cortical correlates of self-suppression, anticipation, and ambivalence in rat tickling. I don't know who wrote this, how they came up with writing this paper. Michael Brecht, Lina Kaufman, and Shimpai Ishiyama. But it's wonderful.
I think
there's a video abstract. Wait, let me see if I can play this video abstract for you.
Oh, that would be amazing.
Oh, it's 6 minutes. Okay, maybe not. The entire abstract.
Assumed that it was
I can tell you. I can tell you if there's an interesting part of the
behavior
abstract
seen in children.
that you should.
Right, so they're even scared.
The
They play.
they are species, but that we didn't.
Sorry.
Sorry, there's a whole video. I recommend anyone interested in tickling rats to go and watch it.
They also start with why can no one tickle? Yeah, because I think this article is mostly about how the self-tickling doesn't work, right? And how then, yeah. Okay, sorry.
Right, we've gone a little bit off topic from our self-vocalization, but that's okay. Wouldn't be a brains matter if we didn't. Shall we move on?
Wait, I missed the point of this article with the birds. So they overexpress alpha-synuclein, and then the song changes, right?
Yes.
I mean, it's interesting.
It is interesting. I can see the therapeutic and diagnostic potential of the technique. I don't think, we should judge it primarily on that. Basic science is fine without having immediate human applications, but...
very important.
Yeah, it's good work. It's interesting. I would not expect it, I think. Then again, I don't know how well that translates to other species. Because in songbirds, song is such an integral part of normal brain function. So if you disturb the brain, it makes sense that it would be affected.
I think they're also trying to find an explanation for like any speech impediments that Parkinson patients may develop, right? So this would be...
So that's the... Sorry, I'm sorry to interrupt you. But the problem there is it is very difficult to disambiguate the motor and cognitive effects. Because Parkinson's disease affects motor function. If somebody cannot produce, fluent speech, is that because they lack the cognitive capacity to do so? Or is it because, their muscles don't work as well as they used to?
Yeah, but that's I think what they're trying to do in the zebra finch now.
Oh, I did not get that out of the title.
Yeah, I think that's their kind of goal. So maybe this paper doesn't really express that so much, or maybe this summary doesn't express it so well.